and it's supposed to be really good, and we're gonna find out.
Erler's ice cream.
Who was born in Seymour, Indiana? I know you know.
Down the riverside flowing.
I think he's dead. He's not gonna play. Again, it's not far off of the interstate, just 3.5 miles. We do get $2.50 off of at the dump station at a Flying J and Pilot. Hi.
Hi.
Non-potable water.
But I am not worried.
They were out of coconut cream. Ooh, soft.
Was born on November 30, 1835. That'd be me. Would we buy something this expensive? We haven't lived here for over 30
Long
years.
time, yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
Back when the dinosaurs roamed.
Yeah, caveman.
Follow the road into the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
We're gonna try a barbecue place. It's called Feast Barbecue, and it's supposed to be really good, and we're gonna find out. All right, we're trying brisket and what they call loaded tots because they're healthy. And what else are we getting? No, a sausage link.
Oh.
You can get them as plates, sandwiches, whatever you want, but you can also order your meats individually, and that's what we decided to do. But take a look at these loaded tots. Holy guacamole. They got kind of scallions on them, green onions,
Coleslaw.
I guess, coleslaw. A deadly combination. That's pretty good.
It is good.
Really good. Are we making you guys hungry? Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Here it is, the brisket, the sausage link. Did we mention the tots? Holy
That's
cow.
a mighty big piece.
It is. Oh man, that's a good brisket.
Is it? Yeah. It just comes apart so easy.
Can you taste it with the... Very good.
Very tender. We're full.
I like the tots the best. The brisket was weird because it was tender, but it was a little bit dry.
A little on the dry. You definitely needed the barbecue sauce.
Yeah. We'd recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
We definitely, there was other things we wanted to try there that sounded really good.
Like bourbon slushy.
Or the, what was it, bread pudding
sticks? Vanilla bread pudding sticks or something like that.
I don't know. Anyway.
We didn't. What's wrong with us?
Us.
So what would you rate that meal we had? I'd say an 8. It had good flavor. Yeah. And
it did have good flavor. And then those tots with the coleslaw, the loaded tots, that had a really good flavor with the mixture of that together.
It was a lot. I mean, definitely 2 people worth can eat it.
I'd give that an 8 too. It's pretty good.
Erler's ice cream.
Where are we now? We're at a Cracker Barrel, Cracker Docking.
Again.
In Seymour, Indiana. Anybody know who was born in Seymour, Indiana? I know you know.
I know. John Mellencamp.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, we stayed at Cracker Barrel in Seymour, Indiana. We didn't see more. We didn't see much. We were at Cracker Barrel all day. It's after 5 o'clock here, 5:22 to be exact. And we're done working for the day, so we're gonna move along down the road and go to our next destination. We're tired.
It's been a long weekend and then a long work day.
Yeah. But guess what's next door?
What's next?
Culver's.
Oh gosh, your favorite.
And we can't fix supper and eat at home when there's a Culver's so close.
It's
It's
against.
been a rough day.
Daylight on the horizon, shining back at me, makes me think of my baby coming home to me. Down the riverside flowing, knowing she's still there. I can't see where she's going.
Did you get a mouse? Did you get a mouse?
Life ain't what it seems.
I think he's dead. He's not gonna play. He can't move.
Come lay on my chest. You can find a little rest from my
So that one died and you thought you'd go try another? Got news for you, pal. He won't play either.
Don't let this go. Don't let it fall away. Don't worry, we'll take it slow.
Hey, how you doing?
Just don't let it go. Don't let go.
Our companion for lunch.
Perhaps non-stop making plans. All I ever have dreamt of falling through my hands. Life ain't what it seems. There's still a part of me that's fighting.
So Sleepy Creek Vineyards is about 3.5 miles south of Interstate 74. They've got a couple cool cats, one called Tux and one called Echo. We stayed here last night. We were all by ourselves. We got two more RVs that pulled in, one fifth wheel, a little small fifth wheel over here, and a Class C back behind us. And they said that the previous owners that own this place used to live upstairs in this, which looks like an A-frame over here. But now they rent that out. So if you're interested in renting that out, coming here and not staying in your RV, they do go through their website for the rental of that. Weather brings back memories of the Midwest. We're going to take off here tonight. I'm just finishing up working 3.5 miles up the road. There's a pilot. We're going to use the dump station there, get our tanks all emptied and filled with fresh water also. Then we're going to head over to Costco before it closes. I think that's in Springfield. And then we're going to start heading over to Hannibal, Missouri. Then we're going to try to see a couple things after work here the next couple nights. We'll see what works. Nice little place to stop by. Again, it's not far off of the interstate, just 3.5 miles. Easy on and off. Got plenty of parking, as you can see. We're level right here without doing anything, just sitting, pulling in, just like we are. Fresh is at 54, the gray's at 58, and the black's at 69. All right, stop up at the pilot up the road here and empty those and fill up the fresh tank.
Okay. You in my way?
We're always in each other's way. Excuse me, baking powder.
What?
I'll get that. Clamp down this table. You set your preset on your seat. I'll put it back to your normal preset. We have that preset for number 3 set, so the seat goes all the way back, so that we can actually get in and out real easily out of that door instead of always opening up the big door. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. Anybody else? We're gonna stay at another Cracker Barrel. We're gonna stay at a Harvest Toast, and we changed our mind, and we're changing routes because we want to go to Hannibal and to see a couple things in Hannibal in the evening when we get off work. We're not gonna go to the cave or nothing like that. We're just
No more caves.
No more caves. Michelle's caved out. Better than being caved in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready yet?
I gotta get my shoes on.
Okay.
Traveling in the country, past old timey scene.
Big birds were singing in the tall willow tree. Maddie found 3 words written on a paper
With our
bag.
Coast to Coast membership, which we haven't used for camping yet, we do get $2.50 off of at the dump station at a Flying J and Pilot. So from $10, drops it down to $7.50. A little bit of savings anyway.
And how many souls and times that I've told of places that I'd wanna be.
This morning, I just went inside and kind of paid our respects and got a breakfast and brought it back out here for Michelle and I to share. We just shared one. We don't typically eat a breakfast, we just have some coffee. So, did that now. I've had a few RVs coming and going all day through here. There was only one other one spending the nights with us. But I'm so glad those dogs are locked up. I think they want my leg. Batteries I just checked, they're 86% still. So when we start driving, they'll charge them right back up and ready for another night. It's after 5 o'clock. We've been here in Springfield at the Cracker Barrel, working all day, of course. Now we're getting ready to take off and we're gonna spend the night in Hannibal, Missouri. Just left our bedding sitting there today instead of wrapping it all up and putting it away. We're just doing nothing but working and driving. Pretty boring. How about you? What are you doing in here? I'm so glad you're dressed. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Are we ready to go?
Getting there.
Y'all are probably wondering, gosh, why do those guys stay at so many Cracker Barrels? And well, whenever we're going on a long trip now, that's one thing that we've noticed with this van, with the battery power that it has. It's like we're just using them as a place to stop and spend the night. It's kind of useless to pay a place, especially when we're going in areas that don't have any thousand trails.
Which is the Midwest.
It doesn't make sense to us anyway to pay a RV park $30, $40, $60 a night just for a night to sit and work all day the next day and then leave again. We've got places to get water, we got places.
In half a mile, turn left onto Hochester Road.
We got places to empty our tanks, so really no sense in it. That's why we do that. Otherwise, we stay at RV parks.
And it's not because we like Cracker Barrel's food either.
No, because it just doesn't seem to be. Have you guys noticed that? The Cracker Barrel's food doesn't seem to be anything like it used to be?
And it varies.
Turn left onto Toronto Road.
It varies quite a bit. Like, some places will be okay and others will be really bad.
Yes. Alright, we're going to stop and get some fuel here. Just at a Circle K, isn't this? Holy cow, lady.
I think
We don't
have
get
to
hit
go
first.
over there.
Tonight, hopefully we're going to have enough time to get our laundry done. So you guys want to come and help? We'd love to have you
Turn
help.
left onto Toronto Road.
Alright. Next stop, Hannibal, Missouri. The home of... Do you remember who?
Is it Mark Twain?
Mark Twain it is. Good job. worked all day, and now we're getting ready to go down to the historic downtown Hannibal. There's a couple places downtown that the city has here in Hannibal also, if you're ever here for RV dumps. Michelle found that on Allstays, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so plug that into our RV Life, RV Trip Wizard. I try to put everything that we do through a trip, as far as traveling and that, right in RV Trip Wizard, so we always have it and we can look back on it. But I think we're going to stop there, and then we're going to go down to the historic downtown, and I believe we're going to try Finn's Food and Spirits. There's a few places you can visit here. We're not going to be able to see everything, but there's a Mark Twain's museum, Mark Twain's his boyhood home, I guess they call it, and the Mark Twain Lighthouse. There's all kinds of things you can do. There's a Mark Twain cave. I'm not sure how far that is away. Since it's it's 5 o'clock now, we're just gonna go downtown and see what all we can find and go from there. There's a sign here that says the dump site has been moved to 700 South Arch. Looks like we're gonna go there. Non-potable water.
But I am not worried. Things are what they are. Come rain or come shine or a shooting star.
Actually had some pretty long parking spots here that we got the van in, even with the bikes on the back. Didn't have to. Usually we have a curb, you know, if it's down low, we can back over that curb and hang over, but they didn't have this, but they were long enough. And right here in the historic area.
You know this pretty tree, this spring tree.
That is pretty. I think we may have came back to the Midwest a little too soon.
I think so too.
It's May. It is May.
And it's
It
like
shouldn't-
54 degrees
It happens.
and rainy.
I'll be okay in the sweet by and by.
I got the pork steak with barbecue sauce.
Catfish nuggets. With fries, of course.
Nope.
Nope.
We're not going to rate that. Very nice, good service.
Yes.
Very, very good service. Not going to rate the food. Instead, we're going to come over here to Java Jive. They have pie over here. And we know somebody's not going to miss out on pie. And there they are.
Peanut butter,
Cheese. And there's pie over there.
Ooh, what was that one? Noli cream pie. They were out of coconut cream. Ooh, soft. Tastes like the inside of a cannoli. It's pretty good. 7.5.
It's too bad the weather has to be so icky, and it's kind of slow because during the week, I'm guessing, and the weather. But you had your pie. It was okay. There's a place over here called the Brick Oven that has pizza. We were thinking that's probably where we should have went, or the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Oh, well.
Oh well. I wish we had time to see a bunch of stuff. This is the Mark Twain Museum. It's supposed to be his house, but this is not his house. Samuel Langhorne Clemens, known by his pen name Mark Twain, was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. He was lauded as the greatest humorist the United States has produced, and William Faulkner called him the father of American literature. So just down the road here is the main drag where we were at and where we ate. And then right over here is the actual museum and Mark Twain's boyhood home. Twain is known best for his novels, which include The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, 1876, and its sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, 1884, the latter of which has often been called the Great American Novel. Mark Twain was born on November 30, 1835 in Florida, Missouri, and at the age of 4, his family moved to the Mississippi port town of Hannibal, Missouri, in search of greater economic opportunities. On April 9, 1859, at the age of 23, Samuel Clemens received his steamboat pilot's license, which eventually gave him his pen name, Mark Twain, which was the leadsman's cry of Mark Number 2, which was a Mississippi River term meaning 12 feet, the second mark on the line that measured depth and signified a safe depth for the steamboat. Located here in Hannibal, Missouri, in the Mark Twain Historic District is the Mark Twain Boyhood Home and Museum, which is located at 206 and 208 Hill Street on the west bank of the Mississippi River. It was the home of Mark Twain from 1844 to 1853, to which he found the inspiration for many of his stories while living here. It has been open to the public as a museum since 1912 and was designated a National Historic Landmark on December 29, 1962. Wish we could have seen more, and wish the weather was better.
Oh, I know.
But it was
Horrible day.
It was kind of neat to at least see where Mark Twain's boyhood home was. Wish we would have ate somewhere else different, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, guess where we're heading? Back to spend the night at Walmart. Doesn't that sound lovely?
Yay.
And we're gonna get up and work, and then
No.
we're gonna.
I have tomorrow off.
Oh yeah.
Driving to Iowa tomorrow.
Yeah, we're tomorrow is drive day back to our hometown. Shoot. Well, it's kind of that's always catch-22 for me. I was thinking I was going to be able to get some more work done tomorrow. Oh well, I'd rather have the day off with you, sweetie.
Aw,
Well, good morning. This is our last day at the Walmart parking lot. I bet there's going to take the garbage over to one of the garbage cans here in the parking lot. I wonder how many people are saying, who's that weirdo carrying the camera with the garbage in the Walmart parking lot? That'd be me. Yep. One guy just, no joke, just drove by me and goes, hey, this is where we parked last night. Little tip, I just went over to the Walmart gas station over here last night and saw that they had a water spigot outside. Made sure it was potable water, of course. Asked them if they cared if we filled up our fresh tank with water. And they said, sure. So we used a little bit of water last night, and this morning we're down to 60-some%. And I think I'm just going to go top it off again because we're going to go back to our hometown today for Mother's Day. And we want to make sure that our fresh tank is full before we head there. We're going to be there a couple days before we head back up to Des Moines, Iowa. Probably why we never thought of doing that before because, well, we never did dry camp all that much before.
This is definitely the most we have. Definitely like having those batteries that keeps us going.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. That's really nice. But the bathroom's still small.
Yeah, that is.
But you know what?
Still not happy with that.
It's, I don't mind it so much because, I'd love to have a bigger bathroom, obviously. Who wouldn't? But I just go in there and take my shower, do my business, and that's I'm willing to sacrifice that. But in all reality, would we buy something this expensive? We'd like to have it. It'd be very nice, especially if we, had a park model somewhere and we stayed there. Even if we stayed there and worked during the week and took off in something like this for the weekend, going on weekend trips, different areas, and then every once in a while go on a longer trip.
Yeah.
This would be perfect. Mm-hmm. This really would be perfect. Mm-hmm. Then we can go back to our park model for the big shower. We've been finding a bunch of places that don't have fresh water. We've called a Love's and Pilot,
Flying J.
Flying J, and they all had dump stations, but no potable water in the area that we're at. We found in this
Missouri.
area in Hannibal going up towards southern Iowa, there isn't
There's
much.
nothing.
That's why we went ahead and filled up here, just to have it. And it's good to know we have that. And if we need to dump the gray, there's plenty of places that you can actually dump. We got a 2 hours and 22-minute drive to southern Iowa.
Excited to see my family.
Yeah, we haven't seen them for a while. Very excited.
What I sought when I ran was back where I began. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate. Don't turn off the light. I'm coming home. Well, I scratched in the dirt for a while. I gained all that I knew for a price. In the end, what I found was nowhere near as nice.
I'm here exactly a year ago, so I'm glad you guys are still here because we love the cupcake.
Well, good morning from Centerville, Iowa. The big city of Centerville, Iowa.
Metropolis.
The whole 4,000, 5,000 people, whatever it is now. This is a small town that Michelle and I grew up in as kids. We were born and raised here. We haven't lived here for over 30 years.
Time, yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
Back when the dinosaurs roamed.
Yeah, caveman.
If you ever come through Centerville, a couple things that you may want to see that are unique. The last Saturday of September of every year, they have something that is called Pancake Day, and it takes up the whole square, the Centerville Square. It used to be known as the world's largest square years ago. I don't know if it's still the case, but it used to be the world's largest square. That's kind of neat. They have a huge, parade, pancakes.
Free pancakes.
Hey. And also on the square is an old hotel, Continental. There's a nice restaurant that has pretty good food, really. Depends on what you get sometimes, but we ate there last night, had a burger, had a gluten-free bun, and it was really, really good. I would have rated it an 8.5. But anyway, that hotel has some unique history to it that you'd be really interested in. So you may want to check that out. But we're going to go spend some time with family, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Let's call it a day.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.